Oh,
Got a couple of mine. The thing is, though, is that I feel like we have different tastes.
which is nice, actually.
Yeah, we don't have to fight over them.
Exactly, book besties that can have our men.
Yeah.
Welcome to Booked. We are back and we are giving our recommendations with an overhyped, underhyped, appropriately hyped book of the 200, well, not 262. Collectively, we have read 262 books, and we primarily stay within fantasy romance, fantasy. So we are going to give you our recommendations in case you're thinking about reading them, or if you've read them before, you can listen to our hot takes on what we think about these books. But yeah, we are gonna hop into it.
Yeah. Curious to hear if you guys have the same takes as us or think some of them are not. So
we're gonna have some hot takes for sure.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. So to start, we wanted to start with actually our most anticipated book of the year. So we love this author so much, and her other books on or other series is on this list. So we wanted to start with The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. So that just recently came out. If you haven't read it, stay tuned. But I think we both know what our answer is.
Mine's underhyped.
I agree. Underhyped.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot about it online. I see a lot from Rachel on Instagram, but nothing.
I've seen a couple of things from a couple of creators with very small followings. And I think that most of them were like ARC reviews, honestly. But yeah, underhyped. I think if you've read her other series, One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns,
yeah,
you need to hop on this book immediately.
I loved it. I loved the plot. I liked the characters. I like the side characters. I won't say who. Made me laugh. I think that's what you kind of need. You need a little bit of everything. It's a cool world.
Yeah, it's a cool world. Cool magic. Rachel Gillig is very good at like unique magic systems.
Yeah, it's not something that I agree.
You haven't read it before.
No, you have not read it before. Mm-hmm. That's a good way to put it.
Exactly. Like you're not gonna find. Yeah, you haven't read it before.
No.
So read it.
Yeah, 100%. Moving next to in a book I'm sure you all have read, series you all have read, the Empyrean series. So Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I think I have my answer for this. I think I'm ready.
Okay, you go first.
I think it's appropriately hyped.
I think it's a little overhyped.
I really liked how Onyx Storm ended. I think Iron Flame I was not super happy with. But overall, I'm excited for this series. But you're right. There's a lot of people who talk about it.
I mean, yeah, I think it's just talked about a lot. And I think, I know people are going to hate me for this. People love Xaden.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't, like, I mean, does he do it for me when I'm in the world and I'm reading it? Yes. But I don't think about him when I'm outside of the Fourth Wing world. There are other book boyfriends that, like, I love.
Do it.
Or even, like, female main characters. Like, Violet is not someone I think about very often.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's just, like, one of those things where I like it when I'm in it, but I just don't really think about it that often afterwards.
That's fair. Yeah, I think it teeters between appropriately or over. Fourth Wing was so good, though.
Fourth Wing was
so good.
I think because it was kind of unique. Well, at least for us, it was one of the first books that got us back into reading. It was unique for us. It's not going to be unique for everyone, but we loved Fourth Wing because it was like her first book back into reading and my second book back into reading.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It kind of...
It's appropriately hyped.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I feel like lately it's overhyped.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I did like Onyx Storm, but I didn't like Onyx Storm more than Fourth Wing. I did like it more than Iron Flame, but I didn't like it more than some other books that I've read recently.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Moving into the next series is the Kindred's Curse Saga by Penn Cole.
Our favorite series of 2024.
Yeah, so I think you all know our answer here. And the thing is, we read it, and then it got super popular online.
I still don't think it gives.
I still think
it's underhyped.
I still think it's underhyped.
Yes.
Or maybe appropriately hyped now that people have given it justice.
But I still feel like I don't see enough people talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we know where to look for people talking about it.
We're following the people who are talking about it.
But if you are fairly new to reading, if you are fairly new to fantasy romance, if you are coming off the high from like ACOTAR or Fourth Wing and you need something to read, this is the series to jump into.
Yep. And when authors talk about there's a slow burn book, no, it is not, unless it is referred to the definition of slow burn by Penn Cole.
Yes.
This was
Penn Cole does slow burn
beautifully.
Beautifully.
Tastefully, I will say.
Tastefully is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it also fanny flutters.
Yeah, it keeps you wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, like it makes you like. I mean, fanny flutters is the best way for me. Like, I love a slow burn that makes me like want to jump your bounds.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And Penn Cole does that.
Yes, she does. And we should be expecting the 4th book soon. So it's not too late to hop on, because I'm sure by the time you guys finish it, maybe we'll have more information.
Maybe
that's just more hopeful for me. I just want it so bad.
That's the way of the world. But yeah, no, this was, again, if you are also kind of, if you have read a lot of these books, go check out our best of 2024 episode, because we go into details about our favorite books of the year, and this one did win. So
yeah, we did like basketball, bracket style. So it was pretty fun. Yeah, to kind of see how that played out. Moving on to another book that I think was super popular was Quicksilver by Callie Hart. And I don't know if we're gonna have the same.
I feel like this was appropriately hyped.
Okay. I think it was a little bit overhyped for the like Kingfisher, appropriately hyped. The plot,
Kingfisher is underhyped in my opinion.
The plot of it all kind of fell off. Like there's so many plot holes. But there are so many plot holes.
But I think that we'll get answers in the next book.
Okay, I know I'm saying this, but as soon as she drops it, I'm gonna pick that up and read it.
1000%. Yeah. 1000. I mean, I loved Quicksilver. I thought it was a very fun read. Yes. And it was one of those things that was like pleasantly like I didn't expect a lot of the things that I read in the book. Now maybe after we kind of talked about it when we did our review of it, we did realize that there were some plot holes. Yeah. But also it was so unexpected. Like it started in a world that I wasn't expecting and transitioned into another world that I wasn't expecting, and then it ended in another world that I wasn't expecting, and I was just I was taken for a ride, and I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it too, but in terms of like
popularity
and how many people were reading that, and which I'm glad. I don't want people to like not read the book, but I think it was too. It was like I was ranging between appropriately and like over, just like ever so. I'm teetering.
That's fair.
I'm teetering. That's fair. Yeah. Moving into another series, one of our favorites. So I think we know the answer on this one. Was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas or Moss. Sarah J. Maas. I do too. Sarah J. Maas. Sorry.
Appropriately hyped.
I think it's appropriately hyped because it's talked about a lot.
Everyone talks. I mean, not only do they talk about it when they're reading it, but they talk about it for like years after they've read it. Yeah. Like it stays with you.
Yes, it does. So, it is one of those series there's just always like something that pops up in my mind every once in a while about some character or something that happened in the book. For the series.
Or like I'll just be randomly thinking, like I'll be sitting on the couch and I'll go, I wonder what Aelin would do in this situation. Or like, I wonder what Rowan's up to right now. Yeah. I know a lot of people also think, if you haven't read it, this is a bit of a spoiler. I know everyone thinks like Rowan and Aelin had like kids, but I just don't think that when I think about where they're at.
I don't know. Maybe a couple years from the point of where they left off, but
yeah, I don't know. Apparently, we might be getting another book, so
yeah, Sarah's working on something. She's working on something. We don't know what.
From a series that she thought and said was completed.
Yeah, so it's probably Throne of Glass. No way, it's not, right?
No way.
It's not.
Okay, moving on.
We have Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. Dale and I have discussed. We have differing opinions on this one, but we'll both. What is yours? Go ahead.
Appropriately hyped.
I'm probably just like ever slightly to the left of overhyped. I think I just wasn't a fan of like what happened, and it just pissed me off. The book pissed me off.
I loved
too much.
I'm glad I was pissed off. I mean, I wasn't, but also I did like I was so pissed at the ending.
Yeah.
That Lily knows this, but I went and messaged Rachel Snyder on
Yeah.
Instagram and had a whole conversation by saying, like, give me the next book immediately because I want to know what happens next. And
Yeah.
also, I really enjoyed it. I think because, and we have talked about this, but I just did not see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, it's appropriately hyped.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like very torn between like saying it's appropriately hyped, but I just felt like throughout the whole, the thing is I enjoyed it, and there are some points where I'm like, I'm missing so much information right now, and I didn't realize it until the end.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
maybe I might come around once book 2 comes out. I think I'm just like upset about it still. That's probably why I'm so
That's
peeved.
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Next we have the Shepherd King series by Rachel Gillig. So that's One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns.
Appropriately hyped.
Yeah. Appropriately hyped. I'd say so.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people
so.
who are into the romance, fantasy, or even just fantasy, not even the romantasy genre, has read the duet.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they haven't read it, then it's on their TBR to be read.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's appropriately hyped.
Yeah, I agree. And it's so, again, we mentioned, you haven't read a book like Rachel Gillig's.
Mm-mm.
You
It's
haven't
enchanting.
read. You haven't read the magic. It's a new system that it has not been overdone, or has not been done before, which is what I really like. It's refreshing, I think.
She takes her time building her worlds and her characters and the plot lines. Like, Rachel Gillig is someone to put on your TBR immediately.
Yeah. No, she's the one, like, anytime. That's why we were so excited for The Night and the Moth. We were like, Rachel Gillig read it? Yep. We're going to read that as soon as it comes out. That is
for
just,
sure.
like, I think our go-to author as soon as. We have probably a couple authors.
Probably a couple. Like, I would say Penn Cole.
Yep.
Rachel Gillig. Sarah J. Maas
obviously.
Is gonna. Yeah, I think everyone's waiting for those.
Yeah. But Rebecca Yarros. I know she's writing. She just recently posted that she's working on her contemporary romance book. I will be reading that.
I was gonna say I don't read anything outside of the Empyrean series by Rebecca, but that's okay.
I bet you will. If it gets good enough reviews, I think you'll read it.
Maybe.
No promises.
Abby Jimenez is like my contemporary romance author.
Yeah,
she's the one I go to.
I like her. Well, and Emily Henry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I like Emily Henry too.
Yeah. Okay. Next on the list we have, speaking of Sarah J. Maas, ACOTAR. Actually, so this was the series that Kaylee got you back into reading, and then I read it second, and then this is where we took off. So, but that was when we first. This was probably like books. Again, we have read collectively 262. So this was
the first series.
The first few we read were ACOTAR.
So my first 5 books were like the ACOTAR series.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say I think they're overhyped. After going on the journey that we've gone through reading these books, I've learned that there's better stuff out there.
Yeah.
Like, I know we already talked about Throne of Glass. Like, Throne of Glass is leaps and bounds above ACOTAR to me, personally. Now, I will say, I think that A Court of Silver Flames is criminally underhyped because people who hate Nesta make me angry.
I know. They don't even read the book.
They just skip it. So if you are one of those people who have skipped Silver Flames,
read it.
Go back. Do yourself a favor. Like,
yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. I am in agreement. I think it's just a little bit overhyped because it's talked about so much. And it, like you said, we've been reading more and more, and we know that there are more books out there that are do more with the world, and
better character building, better world building. Like, I think that Sarah J. Maas is very good at like hooking you from the start.
Yeah.
And like drawing you into her world early. But I feel like ACOTAR specifically just leaves a little to be desired in some of the female main characters and how some of the plots end. So even some of the book boyfriends, like, I don't know, I do love Cassian. And Lily does love Asriel.
I love Asriel.
But they're not our mains.
No.
By any means.
They're our side pieces.
Yes. Yeah. They're like third or fourth in line at the moment.
Yeah, really. We should do a whole video on
Ranking book boyfriends.
ranking book
We should do
boyfriends.
that. Comment down below if you'd like to see that.
Yeah, I think we've got a few.
They'd be best friends.
Exactly.
So perfect. Okay.
Next on the list is a series that we actually technically haven't finished, but I think we could still kind of refer to talking about it a little bit. Zodiac Academy by Caroline Peckham.
Okay, I think it's overhyped.
I'm in agreement.
I think the people who like it are in need to go to therapy.
Yeah, girl, like there's nothing. No one's ever happy at the end of a book, of a Zodiac Academy book.
But at the same time, it's a fun read.
Yes.
Like, yes, you're gonna get pissed. Like that's why it's funny to me, because we had to take a break from Zodiac Academy, and like Lily saying Metal Singer pissed her off.
Yeah.
Zodiac Academy, I think we got what, 6 or 7 books deep?
I think so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6.
I think we're on the 7th. We're midway through the 7th right now. Yeah.
We got 7 books deep before we were like, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we had to take a little break.
Yeah.
A little breather.
But we kind of want to dip our toe back because the characters are fun.
Yeah.
They, you get a lot of different POVs. But because of that, the plot lines are a little slower.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're looking for a fun read, if you like a little bit of a bully romance, if you like a little professor book boyfriends, it's the one for you. If you like shifters.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of everything for
everyone. Yeah.
It kind of hits all the tropes a little bit.
Exactly. It actually,
which I'm just realizing. Yeah.
Any trope that you're like, it's probably one of those books that you should start with.
Yeah. If you're into, it's a little darker. It is darker.
Oh yeah, that's true. It is. It's a bully romance.
Yeah, it's a little darker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we need to get back into it.
Yeah.
There's characters I'm just like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
How does their story end? And I'm sure maybe our opinion on this might change after we finish it, but as it stands right now, I think it's a little overhyped.
I will say that I have read a lot about the like spin-off series.
Yeah, Ruthless Fae.
Yeah,
it is? Yep.
Or like the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac or whatever it's called. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear a lot of great things about those too. So the series as a whole, Carolina Peckham, she gets a lot of hype.
Yeah.
I just think it's a little overhyped.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Next, we have both of the Danielle L. Jensen books. So first we have A Fate Inked in Blood. We haven't read the second one, which we know is out, but kind of just rating A Fate Inked in Blood first. I think it's
underhyped.
Yeah, underhyped. I love that.
It was refreshing, I think. When we got to it in our like binge of reading, it was refreshing. We hadn't read kind of like the Nordic
that was our
fantasy,
first one.
The kind of pagan ritual style. Yeah. Like it's a good read. And I'm actually excited for book 2. We just have had other things on our TBR kind of come up. We haven't given the second one the time that we need to.
Yeah, because we got to do probably a little bit of refreshing.
Yeah.
Before we can really jump into the second one.
I don't really hear a lot of people talking about it. I've started to see more talk about it. I think because the second book recently dropped, but I haven't seen. So Underhyped for sure.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Speaking of her next series, Danielle Jensen's The Bridge Kingdom series. I
feel like, okay, I want to say it's underhyped because, okay, say what you think first.
We just didn't like it first.
That's fair.
We didn't like it. I liked The Bridge Kingdom. I did not like The Traitor Queen.
I agree. I think that I say it's underhyped because if more people were talking about it, it might give us more to like go on, to like theorize on, to talk about, to see what other people are thinking. Like, we love to hop on like Reddit threads afterwards or watch reels of books that we've recently read. And I just don't think there's enough people talking about it. So there's like not really much to go on. Now, The Traitor Queen, I didn't like. It was just slow.
Yeah, it was slow. And Yeah, I think what happens in the Bridge Kingdom, the world's really cool. And the thing
For
we
sure.
talked about offline before this was that Danielle is really good at pulling you in. Like by the
Hmm.
first few chapters are page turners. Like you don't want to put the book down, which I love that feeling. I think when you get that feeling in a book, it's hold on to it forever because
Exactly.
you don't get that with
You don't
every
get that
book.
all the time.
You don't get that all the time.
No.
So, but yeah, I'm like on the wave of like it's appropriately to maybe I can see where you're coming
Yeah.
from with Underhyped a little bit.
I think I just would like to see more people's thoughts on it to see if I'm
Yeah,
being overly critical,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
Like, because sometimes I feel like I'm not overly critical. Sometimes if it's got a shadow daddy and a badass FMC, I'm hooked.
yeah.
But I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm not overly critical.
No, I think we let a lot of stuff slip by. We're like, I love that. I'm gonna eat it up.
I mean, you just heard. I loved Quicksilver.
Yeah,
Loved it.
yeah,
The plot holes are plot holing,
yeah.
but I loved
Who
it.
cares?
Yeah.
I wasn't there for the potholes. We were there for Kingfisher.
Yes. Exactly.
Next is we have Lights Out
This is going to be a
by
hot take for you guys.
yeah,
100%.
Lights Out by Navessa Allen.
Criminally overhyped.
Yeah, overhyped. I think our issue, I've told you this, I think our issue was, I think people were hyping it up, the audio version, because they
Yeah.
really like the male main character's
Voice.
voice, which I can understand, and like the inflections of how he spoke. But no, reading that shit, not great, not great. We
I mean,
DNF'd it.
yeah, we did DNF it. The writing just wasn't there for me.
Yeah,
Just felt like, I mean, like a teenager could have written it.
yeah.
Sorry.
I will say I do. I told you this. I kind of want to try reading Caught Up. Maybe it'll be different. He's a motorcycle guy, so could be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see. We already have
Yeah.
so much on our TBR that
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's like one of those try it, dip your toe in it
yeah,
when you like need something to read in the downtime of like a big
yeah,
book that you're like waiting on or something. But I mean, I don't think I'm going to go out of my way
yeah.
to read anything by Navessa Allen
It's fair.
anytime soon. Sorry.
It's fair. Next we have a more recent popular book is Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. We're currently reading this. You are 58% in?
Yeah, I'm about 60% in.
Yeah, I'm about
70.
70% in. And I think we can both kind of agree this is
Overhyped.
a little overhyped.
And okay, and let me
Yeah.
suffice this by saying Lily and I love slow burn romance. We love it. We love an enemies to lovers slow burn plot.
This isn't it.
This is like Lily said, if you're going to take like whoever's writing anything around slow burn, take notes from Pinkle.
Yep.
Like really and truly. Honestly, even taking notes from I feel like Callie Hart
Mm-hmm.
with Saracen Kingfisher.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That slow burn is hot.
Yeah.
This slow burn, I don't.
There's nothing. There is no slow burn.
I think also yes, give it a try. Try it out. See what you think.
Yeah.
We think it's overhyped.
Yeah. It's not bad per se. Like it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. But
Totally.
for how much people have been talking about it and the ratings it's getting,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Again, like we could be saying all this, but we're only a little over halfway through. So lots of things can change, but as of right
I
now,
did say this offline with Lily. I think where I'm at currently, like having about 30% left in the book,
yeah.
I don't think that 30% is going to hold it up enough for me to change my rating
Mm-hmm.
on it being overhyped.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and maybe it was just really good marketing.
Yeah. Getting
So,
word out about the
yeah,
book.
getting
Sure.
word out. It was all over the internet. Everyone hopped on it quick. People loved it. And I think that it's not that we hate it.
Yeah, we don't hate it.
Yeah, no. I mean,
It's okay.
we're reading it,
Yeah.
but it is overhyped.
Yeah. Just a tad. Moving into another series, not finished, but we've read
All of
we
them.
devoured all of these. Mages of the Wheel series by J.D. Evans. We really wanted this one to be in this because one, we had look back at our book reviews because we did a book review on every single book that's out so
but
far.
But don't watch them until you've read them.
Yeah.
Because there are spoilers.
Many spoilers. I think we both agree. This is, I think, go for it.
Criminally underhyped.
It's so good.
It is so good. It has slow burn. You follow a different set of characters every book.
Yep.
But they're all interconnected. Everyone has a little bit of a different magic system.
Yeah.
The characters are different. Like, it is so good.
Yeah. And I think J.D. Evans, because as we were talking about, like, if you're going to do slow burn, you need to do it by Penn Cole or by J.D. Evans.
Yeah.
Reign and Ruin, has my heart. I know you weren't as big a fan of that one as the second one, but Reign and Ruin is so good. Or Wind and Wildfire. That slow burn. Oh my god, I forgot everything about that one.
Wind and Wildfire. So it is so. I even love Ice and Ivy, which is the last book that came out. Like, the series is amazing.
Yeah, I think J.D. Evans is going to be an author where anytime she drops something, I'm going to read it.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah,
I mean, and I hope that she's planning to drop more outside of the series because she's an independent author.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of her stuff is, I mean, again, people just don't know about it because she doesn't have extreme marketing. I don't even know how we came across it.
I don't know. On Goodreads somewhere.
Yeah. Somehow
I saw it on Goodreads and we're like, let's read it.
And then we just devoured it. And it was how we kicked off our podcast because...
Yeah, I think I saw it on a Reddit thread of like underhyped fantasy series to read long ago. A while ago. Because we read this. I don't even remember when we read this.
We kicked off our podcast
like
with
October?
This. Yeah. And we had only read Reign and Ruin. We were on... So like Stormy Shield. We did the review of Reign and Ruin, but we were on the second book.
Yeah.
And we would just do a podcast.
Every time we finished a book.
Every time we finished a book.
It's a really good series. And it's not complete.
It's beautiful.
It's really good. I like the world. The magic's cool.
The romances are good.
The romance is good.
The fantasy,
the political intrigue. It's more of a political kind of setup, at least for the first one in particular.
Really through all of them. Like,
it's there.
Yeah. There's like a whole political kind of battle going on in the world.
Yeah.
But the magic is really cool too.
Criminally underhyped.
Criminally.
You need to read it. Moving into Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. 3 books so far. Sounds like we're getting more. I don't really know. The way it ended, we have to. The way the third one ended, there's no way like we don't get another one.
Totally. I think it's overhyped.
I'm like between like appropriately hyped and maybe a little overhyped. I really liked the first one.
I really liked the first one too.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, maybe it's not, I don't know. I think it's overhyped.
I really like the second one.
I think it's overhyped. I think people like it and people talk about it because it's Sarah J. Maas.
Yeah.
But not because the storyline is good.
I think the issue is, I think book 1 and book 2 were good because book 2 is Rowan Dannon, Crown Prince of the Barbarian Fae.
Yeah,
whatever. Like, come on. Like, he is something to behold, if you will. Like, book 1 and book 2 are great. I think book 3 really kind of fell off a little bit. I felt like
book 2 slowly started to fall off towards the end. Like, it got real slow.
Yeah.
Like, book 1 is just like, bam. Book 2 was like, okay, we're continuing on. And then book 3 was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, a lot happens in book 3. I mean,
I mean, if you like ACOTAR and you like Throne of Glass, you have to read Crescent City.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. You have to.
And there's also, like, connections, so you actually have to.
That people say that...
Like, it's kind of, like, law at this point.
I was going to say, people say, like, call her the Massverse because it's similar to Marvel where everything's a little bit connected. So you have to read everything in her series for sure.
I say that's kind of smart. You have to read it. Sorry. Buy the book.
Yeah.
It's kind of genius. Think about it.
Actually, it is. Great marketing ploy.
Seriously. Next we have the Ashen series. So that's The Road of Bones and Kingdom Claw by Demi Winters. I think this was a more recent book that has come up a little bit or a while ago.
I think it's underhyped.
I think it's underhyped too. I think under two, because like I don't see very much about it. It's a good.
I've recently started to see things, but
Yeah,
it's one of those things where it's like, is it because I'm on Goodreads and I'm clicking on it and
right.
like it's learning my algorithm and it knows I'm looking at it type thing, so it's like feeding me stuff. But I think it's underhyped. I don't really see any of the real popular people online talking about it.
No, and I enjoyed it. I thought you referred to it as like kind of a cozy fantasy. And it's good. I enjoyed it.
It's not just cozy. I mean, there is shit's going down.
Shit's popping off.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
It's good. It actually is. But it's cozy. Like I don't know how to explain that. It's not like,
maybe it's the setting that's cozy.
I feel like it's not like super high stakes for some reason.
Kingdom Claws.
It is. I know. That's why I'm going back and forth.
Yeah, it's
but it feels
like
cozy to me. Like maybe it's because I was reading it in the dead of rainy season here in Seattle.
That could be it.
But like it just felt cozy to me.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those ones I was like, oh, I like this.
The
covers are beautiful too.
Yeah.
So pick it up. It's underhyped.
Agreed.
I think if you have read a lot of the more popular books right now, like ACOTAR, Fourth Wing, Throne of Glass, this is one of those that you should just continue on your journey with because it's a good fantasy series. And it's not complete, so you've got things to look forward to.
The way shit ended in that last one too, I remember just facepalm. I'm kind of pissed.
My jaw was...
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
And I think I stared off into the abyss for like 30 minutes. I was like, is this a joke? Yeah.
Like, is this really the end?
You have to read it.
Yeah, it's great. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Next we have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This is also uncompleted, incomplete series.
I feel like it was one of those books that was really, 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 really popular. Everyone loved it. It came out, boom. And it was probably overhyped at the time. When I think back to the actual book itself, I think it might be appropriately hyped.
I was going to say the same thing. Like thinking about the book and like the world building and the world you're in and the plot of it all, it's really fucking good book.
Yeah,
it's a great
really well
book.
Done.
Yeah,
it's massive. Though.
It's huge.
It's a huge book.
Lots of world building.
Yes,
if I remember correctly.
But I feel like it was one of those books where it draws you in quickly because the female main character is so intriguing to read about.
Yes.
So, and I think, if you're fans of Throne of Glass, if you're fans of Fourth Wing, When the Moon Hatched is just a combination of those.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
Yeah. I really liked it. It's a cool world.
I actually will probably need to do a refresh before the next book comes out.
Agreed.
Because we've read a lot and it did come out early last year, or was it the end of the following 2023?
It's been a long time since it's come out, I feel like.
And we read it when it first came out. Like we jumped on that. We
read it when it was on Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah.
So I still have it on my Kindle.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
so
sure.
do I.
Yeah. Same with like all of the Kindred's Curse Saga, like
by Pinkle.
Yeah.
And I think you have to buy them now.
I think you do. And the issue is like Kindle Unlimited, kind of rant side topic, like why can't I have more than 15 books from Kindle Unlimited in my library?
That's paying so for dumb. It. I'm paying for it.
Why can't I have more? Because ain't no way. I'm never like the Kindred's Curse Saga never gets moved. I'm never going to be removing my download from that.
What am I refusing to remove from my library?
Like I'm refusing to move. Let me look too.
Okay, I'm refusing.
We're gonna have the same books that we refuse.
Okay. We haven't talked about this one, but Direbound, refusing to remove it.
Let's see. Where's my... refusing to remove Rain and Ruin. The Midges of the
Wildfire. Yeah, I have that one.
I don't have all of them.
I don't.
I have all of them.
I don't. I just kept Wind and Wildfire.
Really?
Yeah. I kept Metal Singer.
I've kept Blood and Steel.
And Quicksilver.
Was Quicksilver Kindle Unlimited? Oh my god, it was.
Zodiac Academy.
Jesus Christ. I have not kept all of Zodiac Academy.
Oh, I see. I still have When the Moon Hatched. It's still on Kindle Unlimited.
There's a lot.
So Spark.
Yeah, exactly. Spark's on here.
So,
I'm never getting rid of Spark.
No. Ever.
No. I did not keep Zodiac Academy. I think I have one.
I only kept the one that we were on.
I don't even know if I did that. Maybe I did. But which
Well, I
one are
could
we
tell
on?
you. We are on.
Oh, 7. Yeah, I kept that one. 21% into that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I kept that one too.
Yep.
I have not kept any of the
others.
Yeah, there's only a select few that we have kept that I'm like, I'm never getting rid of. I did keep Middleslinger. Don't know what that says. I have kept it.
I kept, so yeah, let me see here. When the Moon Hatched, Spark, Zodiac Academy. It says I'm 40% in. Did I get a little further than you? Maybe.
I don't know.
Before we stopped. Maybe so. Wind and Wildfire and Middleslinger. And Quicksilver.
So good.
Oh, and I kept Leave Me Behind.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I refused to get rid of it.
Yeah,
I think it traumatized me at the start of the year.
Honestly, yeah, why did we top of the year?
I don't know.
Such a sad.
I don't know.
Sad book. Yeah.
Speaking of sad books.
Speaking of, we added Manacled onto this list. What are you thinking?
I'm like on the line of underhyped and appropriately hyped. Because I feel like if you don't know, you don't know what you're missing out on.
Yeah.
But if you do, if like you've heard about it,
mm-hmm.
or if you've read it, it's appropriately hyped. Mm-hmm. Like if you are part of the Manacled world, it's appropriately hyped.
Yeah.
But if you don't know about it, it's underhyped.
Yeah, I honestly feel like that's a fair judgment. I'm really excited because isn't she turning it into an actual?
Yeah, it's being published.
Pulling out like.
So it is a Hermione fanfic.
Yeah, so pulling out the actual characters, like Harry Potter characters from it, and then publishing it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
I think she's also probably going to have to like.
She's changing some of it.
She's going to have to change some of it from like The Handmaid's Tale as well, because that's what it's based off of. Harry Potter and The Handmaid's Tale. So she's going to have to change the plot a bit, I think.
Which honestly, I'm kind of down for.
Excited for.
Yeah. Bummer, we're going to have to read it again.
But also read it before it gets published because it's so good.
Yeah, it's a really good series. A really good book.
Very good.
Next we have on here is The Throne of Broken Gods. This is the God and Monsters kind of series.
So Book of Asriel.
Yes, with Sam Keel and Diana, all the characters in it. We read this a while ago. I honestly
think it's overhyped.
You think? I don't even see stuff about it though.
I mean, I did when we were reading it. Like the Book of Asriel was everywhere, which is why we read it.
Yeah. And Book of Asriel was good.
The Book of Asriel was good.
It wasn't, but like the ending was like.
I think it's. I mean, my recommendation is that it's overhyped, and I would put that at the bottom of my TBR probably if you haven't read it yet. Yeah. If you have read it, let us know what you think because.
Yeah, let us know what you think of Book 2. We haven't read Book 2 yet.
Yes, we have.
I don't think.
Or read Book 3. Book 3 is out.
Oh, we haven't read Book 3.
Yeah.
See, this is like I can't even remember.
We've read 262 books collectively.
Right. Next we have the Crowns of Nyaxia. So, that's by Carissa Broadbent.
What are the
Oriah and Rain.
But what are the books called?
If you don't know the names, The Ashes in the Star-Cursed King is the second book, and then The Serpent and the Wings of Night is the first one. Yeah.
Appropriately hyped.
I'd say appropriately hyped. That was fun. Book 2 was okay. Book 2 was meh.
Book 1 I devoured.
Yeah, that was really fun to read.
So good. I hadn't read a vampire book in a long time.
I know. Oh.
So it was really has trials, vampires. It's a good one.
It's a good one. I would read it.
Yeah, and it's a duet, so it's just 2 books.
Yeah, well,
I mean, she has this interconnected worlds.
But like their story is 2 books.
Yes. So the couples that you follow have 2 books each, I believe.
We'll see. I mean, we only have 3 books out so far. So
the Mish book is guaranteed a duet.
2. Yeah, probably 2. And then I don't know if there are going to be any others.
She has like I don't want to say 1.5, but like she has like standalones from like a couple of couples.
Well, yes, because we have one of those on our list that we can talk about now. Six Scorched Roses by Chris Broadbent. That was like a 1.5.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the shorty. It was like 300 pages or
I think
something.
that one's
Underhyped. That was so good.
We ate that one up.
We went into it. We're like, okay, yeah,
She was
sure.
so cute. I love the FMC in that one.
I loved all of it.
It was so good. Read that one.
Yeah, it was so short.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish I had more.
It's a novella.
Yes, it's a novella. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That one's good.
Yeah.
While we're on Carissa Broadbent, we might as well just go in.
Yeah.
To her other books, which is going to be The Songbird in the Heart of Stone.
Yeah.
Which follows a character from the first two books.
Mm-hmm.
And her storyline is the next book.
Yeah.
So
I think it was appropriately hyped.
I agree.
Appropriately hyped. It was good.
I think there was a lot of hype and anticipation because of the Serpent and the Wings of Night series. Yeah, I think appropriately hyped.
I think it's a fun read. We learn a lot about the FMC that like really fucking sad. It's a really sad. It's a dark. It feels darker than Serpent and the Wings of Night, that series.
For sure. It's giving more.
Yeah. The other Carissa Broadbent series we have on the list, as you can tell, like Carissa Broadbent's got some killer books.
Yeah.
And so kind of anything she's writing, it is on the TBR. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Daughter of No Worlds. So we haven't finished the actual series, but we just read Daughter of No Worlds and we took a little breather from that. But
I would say appropriately hyped.
Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah, but it was really good. I enjoyed.
Really good.
Yeah.
It was just slow for me, I think, which is why I wanted to take a break. I wanted a little more.
Yeah. Well, we started book 2, and book 2 feels a little slow so far.
Yeah. We needed a break, so we just popped out of it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would say appropriately hyped. Yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the FMC. I cried. I cried during that book when we learned stuff.
Yeah.
It gets you.
I mean, pulls on the heartstrings.
Pulls on the heartstrings for sure.
Same as with Songbird and the Heart of Stone.
Yeah.
Pulls on the heartstrings.
Mm-hmm. Next we have the Bryn Weaver books that she's put out. So we've read Butcher and Blackbird, and we've also read Leather and Lark. So
Butcher and Blackbird appropriately hyped.
Yes.
We liked it.
Yeah. Leather and Lark, overhyped.
Criminally overhyped.
It was not great.
It was not good. I hated it. Yeah. I will not lie. I'm pretty sure I gave it like 1 star.
Like, I didn't like the love, like the romance in it was kind of mid. Like there wasn't much. There wasn't any.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was no chemistry.
No.
It's forced.
I didn't like it.
And I didn't even really like the plot line either.
No. Butcher and Blackbird was good though.
Read that one, and we need to read the third one.
We're gonna give it a shot because they're all standalones, kind of. Yeah. So we have to try.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was nothing to write home about for Leather and Lark. Next we have Heartless Hunter by Kristen
Cicerelli.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know.
We'll say that.
Might have butchered it.
I think this one had a lot of hype around it when it first came out.
I think it's appropriately hyped. It's, however, in my opinion, very YA.
Yeah, I think maybe that's where
it was good. I remember us liking it, and it's unique compared to some other things we had read at the time. But I think that we haven't read the second book, and it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
And we've not really had any desire to go in and read it. And maybe that's just because we've forgotten too much.
A little bit.
We need a little bit of like a refresher. But
yeah.
I mean, I remember thinking it was good. I remember thinking the ending was like very interesting. And I was a little pissed.
Yes.
That it ended, and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
What do you mean I have a year until the next book comes out?"
Honestly, we should read it. Like, what the hell? That ending was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to read that.
Read it. It's a good one.
It's good. It's appropriately happy.
Yes,
I can
absolutely.
agree there. Yeah. Then we have the Flesh and Fire series by Jennifer Armentrout. So that's A Shadow in the Ember, A Light in the Flame, A Fire in the Flesh. And there is the 4th book out that we have not read yet.
I think a series as a whole Overhyped. Or it's underhyped.
I really enjoyed it. It's very I this is always the hard part is I wish the books we were reading this all the books were out already because like having to wait because this fourth book's been out for a while and we just have not got back to it.
Like we devoured the series early on in
Yeah.
2024, like March, April, May, I think.
Yeah.
And
I think
so
it's
it's been about a full year since we've read it.
mhm.
And I remember, I mean, I cried at the series
Mm.
multiple times. Like, Niktos was my book boyfriend for a minute until Kingfisher came on the scene. Really and truly. I love this series.
Yeah.
And what's weird is I refuse to read Jennifer L. Armentrout's other books.
I know, we need
But
to.
I love this series.
Yeah. No, we're
Yeah.
going to read from Blood and Ash at some point.
So yeah. Read it. I think it's good.
Yeah,
And
I can say
if you
Underhyped.
are a fan of From Blood and Ash and you haven't read this series,
Yeah.
you should.
Yeah, I think they're connected. I don't remember how. Is this like the prequel technically to it, like before?
It has to be because this fourth book of the series is called Born of Blood and Ash.
Okay, yeah,
So-
that makes sense.
And
So
we
then
haven't read-
From Blood and Ash is probably like time after this
Yes,
series went on.
yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Next we have the Legends of Thesmar series by Helen Schauer Helen.
Helen,
Um,
I think it's underhyped.
I agree. I
don't
enjoyed.
think- I know. I don't think anyone's talking about it like
No,
they should be. It's
no.
good. Wilder.
Wilder?
I love
Just for Wilder. That's all you need.
Honestly,
I'm concerned with
feel like
how this next with the new
characters.
the
we're
new
following.
character is gonna go, but
But we've already kind of read them, right?
we've read the first one.
Yeah, because that's Thea's sister that we're
The
following.
sister.
Ren.
Yeah. Yes, we're following
Yeah.
Ren. But the 4 books where you follow Thea, underhyped. It was very
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
The world was really unique, and I think I remember saying like I liked I liked Thea's magic more than there's a similar book or not a similar book. There's a book out there with a FMC that has similar magic, and I like it better in this series than I do in that series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I enjoyed. I think it's underhyped for sure. We'll see how the other series comes around.
I liked the first book of the other series too.
I did too. I'm worried. I don't know how book 2 is gonna go.
I know we thought it was gonna be kind of a one and done.
Yeah, it felt like a one and done.
Yeah, maybe it was.
No, the way it ends.
The way it ends.
Yeah, there's gonna be another.
Read the first 4. They're
yeah,
good.
Yeah. Next we have Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. So I think this one was pretty popular when it first came out.
I think it's appropriately hyped.
I would say appropriately. It was cute. It was fun. It was
trials. We read it around Halloween, which felt accurate.
Appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked it. We've been talking about reading the second book, Enchantra.
Yeah. We need to read that one. And then we have 2 more books left on our list. One of them is Nocticadia by Carrie Lake. That was something we read and we took us by surprise.
I think because we weren't expecting
we thought it was
another one. Yeah, it was another one of our Halloween books or spooky season books. And it was appropriate for the season for sure. Yeah. I think we thought it was fantasy, don't get me wrong.
Right.
It was just it was borderline, I feel like.
It was there's no magic.
No.
I think it was appropriately to maybe a little overhyped. It was good, but I think it may have been a little overhyped. But it was still.
It's good. I think if you are looking for
the love interests and that kind of vibe.
I think if you're looking for a spooky season book, perfect. Appropriately hyped for spooky season. Overall, I think it's overhyped.
Yeah. But we do need to read her other Anathema. We do need to read that.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about that one.
Yeah, that's on the list. And then the last book, I think, is a surprise book for us. Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. So this is one of his like standalones that he just created. Um, honestly,
Underhyped.
so underhyped.
And maybe it's because we don't know Brandon Sanderson very
Right.
well, right? Like if you know Brandon Sanderson and you read Brandon Sanderson, you probably know this book and you probably like this book. But we are new to the Brandon Sanderson genre of book.
It was so good.
It
was very whimsical and cozy.
Yeah, that's another. I think that's why Road of Bones, for some reason, Road of Bones gives me the same like cozy feeling as Tress, and I don't know why.
It's very interesting.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the FMCs.
Maybe.
I think that I don't know, they make me feel like I want to be besties with them.
That's fair.
Like,
yeah, no,
I feel like I could never be besties with Aelin.
That's fair.
But I could be besties with, I forget their names. Right.
Tress. And
I know.
Oh, I can't remember.
We read too much.
I know. Usually we're pretty good, but
I know.
No, it was so good. The world is really interesting. The writing is really fun.
I like some of the side characters quite a bit.
I really liked the writing style because it's like told like from a like third person POV.
That's what makes me interested in other Brandon Sanderson books. Like
we need to.
Yeah, I think that
we need to read Mistborn,
which we
have
on Hecka sale.
Yeah.
So if you've read Mistborn, let us know in the comments if you think it's like appropriately hyped.
Yeah.
Underhyped.
Where would you guys rank it? Because I know it is something that we really do want to read. Because like, you know, he must be popular for a reason.
I was gonna say, to be fair, it would be our first like male author that we follow pretty significantly if we end up reading his other books.
Yeah, because
there's no male authors on our TBR really besides Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah.
So let us know.
Yeah. Well, that's all the books we had to cover. Yeah. Let us know what you think, if you have any hot takes or agree or disagree with any of the kind of takes that we have.
Or if you didn't hear something on our list that you think is criminally underhyped that we need to put on our TBR,
put it in the
drop it in the comments below. Yeah. And if you're new here, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And follow us on Instagram for more content.
We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.